Sirs, ma'am. Kuha lang po kami ng reaction dun po sa hinihiling na investigation sa NBI ni Kong Barbers dun sa mga vloggers na yung organized vloggers na nagkakalat daw ng maling impormasyon. Kong J. Kong J.
Just to start lang po siguro, I think we all here in the house, I can't speak for them, but I think we would be in support po of the call ni witness po kung anong nangyayari with these vloggers, and I think he also made mention of yung mga troll farms, and it seems to be a concerted effort po talaga. While freedom of speech is protected right under our constitution, it has to be tempered rin po with responsible practice and use, and in fact it is penalized under libel or slander. Well, libel mostly in relation to printed and published media. There's that safeguard. So I think what Chairman Barbers is asking for isn't anything new. It's just that he is asking for assistance given the Congress and social media. You have questions of jurisdiction. You have questions of cyberspace. The issue of anonymity. Yun po yung nakakatakot po dito. We have congressmen and congresswomen who, whether or not it is related to their function, have been receiving threats. They have been receiving anonymous messages, either death threats or threats to their families, and it should be something that no one should be subjected to. Free speech is one thing, but to rely on character assassination is a totally different issue. And I think Chairman Barbas was just speaking up for and we are hoping that the DOJ would help us. Kasi po, if it is proven talaga that these sophisticated schemes are being employed to really target congressmen, congresswomen, not for their personal gain, but for that political purpose, then it must be something that should be acted on po talaga.
Opinions and position eh. Kasi that's what democracy is all about. We have to enjoy, we have to celebrate the diverse opinions, no? Yung diversity, because that's actually is fuel to keep democracy running. But unfortunately, in this kind of online landscape, we've seen troll farms, we've seen vloggers, hindi ko naman nilalahat, no? Who are up for grabs, no? Sometimes they are being used by political propaganda to malign, discredit a certain perceived. It counters the very foundation of democracy, because how can you have a populace with informed decision kung ang binibigay mo sa kanila ay puro mali, fake, and disinformation? I guess this is a call for every one of us that in order for us to maintain a healthy communication space for everyone, dapat ho natin din magkaroon ng safeguards na hindi mahaluan ito ng propaganda, peking propaganda. Agree on facts. Unfortunately, naging subjective ang facts ngayon. Dahil dun yung karamihan po sa mga trolls, mga troll farms, dinidistort nila yung facts. So I guess that yun ang intention ni Congressman Chairman Barbers, that we can disagree, but at least let's agree on facts. Yung magandang spasyo sa pakikipagtalakayan sa publiko.
Okay. Next question from Billy Vegas, Avanti Politico.
Mabulo ko lang po, meron pong sinabi si VP Sara. Sabi po niya, mas sure pa daw na dadalo siya doon sa hearing ng good government kaysa doon sa patawag ng NBI. Reaction lang.
We look forward to it.
I think if you remember, meron po tayo sanang good government BI subpoena set on the same date. Because at the time that the cancellation, we found out po that the VP was using the good government committee as a reason po not to attend. Na this would be the first, and bago pa lang yung issue of NBI, it might concern national security. In layman's terms, nag-give way po yung committee. Ngunit hindi po nag-attend yung ating Vice President. So, again, we see it now. There's the commitment at least to attend good government, but she is giving the condition na baka hindi po sa NBI. I don't understand po siguro, di ko po naiintindihan siguro kung bakit it would be. I hope that if there's anything, I hope yun po yung gawin po niya. Thank you.
Okay, last question.
Hingi lang po sana ng reaction doon sa sinabi ng some political analysts
that the president will be seen as a weak leader if the impeachment for if BP Sara will not be subjected to impeachment po. If
To answer po, no. Of course, everyone's entitled to their opinion, and that political analyst, if they believe impeachment is the only route to show strength, then we can't change that. But siguro po, ako personal opinion for this representation, impeachment is not the only avenue to exert kung ano man yung tama. As we've discussed prior, wala naman pong immunity ang vice president. There are also possibilities for criminal accountability, criminal liability to be had through, yun nga po, and we've seen it. The PNP has filed cases, the DOJ, through the NBI started investigation. So it's not the only way to, exact accountability for those acts. But regarding impeachment po, that's a totally different matter also. And it would not come from the president. I don't know why it should reflect on the president, because the impeachment complaint should come from either a private citizen or that endorsed by the member of Congress. So if wala po mag-file, alis na yun.
Actually, dadagdagan ko lang, no. Kailangan po natin maintindihan na magkaiba po yung trabaho ng executive at saka legislative. If it's about the impeachment, possible impeachment complaint, it's entirely up to decision po ng president. It's just his personal take on that. And that should not be taken as something that maybe as a gauge on how strong he is as a leader. I think he has so strong points naman eh. Kasi ang sinabi naman po niya doon, let's focus on nation building. Let's focus on the problems. That's how he viewed that with the yung lens and yung access niya po being the top executive official in the land. No, he's the #1 president. He's running the affairs of the government. When you talk about complaint of possible complaint, membership, individual members will look at the merits. No, balikan ko lang po yung kaninang tanong ni ng ating kaibigan,
Billy,
boss.
sir. Billy. Billy.
I think choosing between the two, it's not really a matter of choice. It's actually I think it's proper, and it's how a official respect the rule of law, and the demands of these cases filed before the NBI. Really a choice between which does you favor, and if we talk about transparency and accountability, it is demanded of her to put urgency on these two venues for her to really explain, air her own position on the allegation that were thrown at her and her office. No, so
Are you in favor of next Congress, sir?
Are you in favor of impeachment?
Impeachment.
Ikaw daw,
Congress.
Kaya
Sir, lahat.
wala pa naman pong hinahain na impeachment complaint. So I think it's preemptive na sumagot sa ganung mga katanungan. Kung meron na pong impeachment complaint, depende mo po sa substance, yung merits ng complaint na yon.
Impeachment to a political exercise. It's whether you are for or against the person. But I hope we don't forget the fact that impeachment is based on grounds. This is not on personality. It is about the facts that attend the facts and circumstances surrounding po an alleged violation. So we're talking about graft and corruption. Rightly so, as mentioned by Congressman Adyong. Kung wala pong inihain pa na complaint, how can we base po how to
Thank you. To our